the gym, was there any conversation around that at all?
Nah, even if it was, I don't even speak on, what other people got going on, I would love to.
Shakur Stevenson recently invited Eddie Hearn, Terence Crawford, and Floyd Mayweather to his training session. The goal was to showcase his sparring ahead of his February 22nd fight against Floyd Schofield. But what Shakur didn't expect was a verbal clash between Mayweather and Crawford after the session. While the two were sitting ringside watching the action, things took a tense turn. Speaking with Fight Hype, Shakur reflected on the big names who came to the gym. "Man, I don't even know how they all ended up there," he laughed. "I feel like I deserve an extra check for that. I'm always the one setting things up, but I don't always get the credit. Still, I brought together a great moment. I appreciate them showing love. I try to soak up as much knowledge and advice from them as I can." Interestingly, Floyd Mayweather once tried to sign Stevenson, but it was Eddie Hearn in Matchroom who ultimately secured his contract.
Hold me back!
While Eddie Hearn and Mayweather kept things cordial, even laughing and chatting together, the atmosphere shifted between Mayweather and Terence Crawford. Their once strong friendship has clearly cooled. With 2025 shaping up as a key year for Shakur Stevenson, he knows he must deliver a big performance in February. As for the Mayweather-Crawford exchange, it began casually but escalated quickly. The tension sparked when Crawford confidently said he had no doubt he could beat Mayweather.
Gym that day?
Nah, it just was talking about like my boxing. It wasn't nothing about no Kid Austin, the fight that I got coming up. It was more so just watching.
What drew everyone together was Shakur's intense training. Many don't realize how hard he works, but Eddie Hearn's comments shed some light on his mindset. Long hours, skipped rest, and sleepless nights, it's all part of the life of a world champion.
Yeah, what was, so I mean, look, it ain't the first time you've been around Floyd. It ain't the first time you've been around any of those guys. But, that day, especially with you having this fight, and, a lot of people saying that maybe Kid Austin isn't ready for you. What kind of talk, what was the conversation like in the gym that day?
Nah, it just was talking about like my boxing. It wasn't nothing about no Kid Austin.
Eddie Hearn spoke with IFL about what he saw in the gym. "What I love about being in those environments is the passion," he said. Last night, Crawford was there watching Shakur spar. Shakur did 14 rounds each 4 minutes long, with just 30-second breaks. After that, Terence and Floyd stayed to watch Ray Ford spar in another ring. Both Floyd and Terence have deep-rooted love for the sport. Crawford especially enjoys mentoring young talent. "It was pretty cool," someone observing said. "Those 14 rounds weren't easy, especially for whoever was in the ring with Stevenson. It's even more remarkable considering Shakur had suffered a serious hand injury last year, one that landed him in the hospital." Now, with a massive 2025 ahead, Stevenson returns to action on February 22nd in what's being called one of the greatest boxing cards ever.
So if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit, okay, I'm just asking.
Crawford didn't hold back. He said he'd beat Floyd Mayweather if they had fought in their primes. The Omaha-born switch hitter is now a 4-weight world champion with 31 KOs. His latest title win came against Israel Madrio in the super welterweight division. Having been undisputed in 2 divisions, Crawford is among the few in boxing history to accomplish that. Fans now debate how he stacks up all-time and whether he could have taken down someone like Mayweather.
Terence didn't mention the fight, didn't say anything. You didn't talk to him about it. Floyd, sorry. Not a peep.
Not a word.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Thanks.
Mayweather, of course, retired undefeated in 2017. Known for his defensive mastery, he defeated stars like Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Shane Mosley, and Oscar de la Hoya. But could Crawford have been another name on that list? On the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, Crawford confidently said, "Me versus anybody." His trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, agreed, though he admitted his bias. 2 reasons, Bomac explained. 1, he's like my son. too, Bud's got that dog in him. He didn't just wake up great, it's been years of grinding.
Pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
If you matched Bud's prime against Floyd's prime, Floyd might be smarter, Bomac added. But Bud's got more heart. Whether he could break through that defense? That's the debate. Crawford's more immediate challenge, though, could be Canelo Alvarez. Their September fight is on the horizon, and Shakur Stevenson believes Crawford would win and win easily. He's been saying it for years.
To Canelo and obviously your good friend, mentor, Terence Crawford. A lot of people a few years ago would have said that's crazy, but I think everybody, when they see the talent of Terence Crawford, forgetting a...
Crawford is ready to bulk up, adding 14 pounds for the fight. Asked if Crawford would win, Stevenson didn't hesitate. I've been saying it for years. Even before Terence. I always believed his style beats Canelo. Speaking with TalkSport Boxing, Stevenson suggested Crawford would trade punches with Canelo, but based on his usual approach, that's unlikely.
He's a special fighter, pound for pound. I think many will say #1 in the world, alongside the likes of people like yourself and that great list that we've got at the minute.
Crawford relies on movement, a sharp jab, and slick footwork. He rarely brawls toe-to-toe. His aggressive showing against Errol Spence was unique. Spence wasn't the same after his car crash. Chris Mannix noted on YouTube, it'll be about 13 months between fights. You've got to be cautious going up past 160. That's a new division. A tune-up fight before facing Canelo seems unlikely.
Yes, honestly, if anybody could jump up in weight classes and do it, it's Terence Crawford. I don't know nobody.
If Crawford moves into the middleweight division, it'll likely be at a catchweight, maybe 163 or 164 pounds. Possible tune-up opponents? Aaron McKenna, Liam Smith, Austin Williams, or Kyron Davis, none pose serious threats. Meanwhile, fans debate who's truly the greatest boxer of all time. Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. are always in that discussion. Both were dominant in their eras, but who gets the crown?
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like...
You gotta respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? No.
With a 50-0 record, Mayweather is often called the pound-for-pound king. His defense, ring IQ, and commercial success made him a rare talent. 4 of the 5 biggest PPV fights ever? He was in them. But Roy Jones Jr. doesn't agree with the GOAT label. When asked by Real Life Productions, he simply said, no. Jones was the first in over 100 years to go from middleweight champ to heavyweight champ. He beat the likes of Tony, Hopkins, and Tarver.
Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go up atop that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died.
Mayweather's career ended perfectly, 50-0, 5-weight champion, untouchable defense. Yet, Jones isn't sold on the greatness argument. There are more impressive careers, he said. Staying undefeated that long? Respect. But 50-0 doesn't make you the greatest. Chavez went 87-0. Floyd stopped at 50 because of Rocky Marciano. If Marciano hadn't died, Floyd might have kept going. Jones also criticized Floyd's final fight, a stoppage win over MMA fighter Conor McGregor. It didn't reflect a legacy-level challenge.
If he wasn't there, he probably would have kept going too. So that's, and then, at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it? You feel me? So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you do that?
Mayweather and Eddie Hearn met at Shakur Stevenson's camp in Las Vegas. While it was mostly playful, there was a layer of tension. Hearn has said in interviews that Mayweather doesn't have as much money as he claims, and that's why he keeps doing exhibitions. Though Mayweather made over $1.2 billion in his career, his current net worth is estimated at $400 million. Still a massive amount, but questions remain due to his spending habits.
Well, I like Eddie.
So one day, somebody, because you know I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't.
Mayweather insists he earns 8-figure paydays for exhibitions, calling them legalized bank robberies. He claims it's all about generational wealth. Hearn, however, remains skeptical. I don't think he has the money, he says. He doesn't need money, but when you spend like that, it catches up.
That's why he's doing exhibitions. No, Eddie don't believe that now.
Yeah. But Eddie will say some shit like that now.
Eddie will say some shit, but one thing.
In Vegas, Mayweather confronted Hearn about the remarks. He joked, "I don't even have social media, but someone showed me what Eddie said." Their teams laughed as the two playfully traded comments.
But me and Eddie got it clear, didn't we, Eddie? Yeah. One thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less.
Mayweather continued joking, "Floyd Mayweather Jr. ain't got no money, that's why he's doing exhibitions." He added, "Me and Eddie cleared that up." The two shook hands, both grinning. Hearn replied, "As long as it's 10 or 20, no problem." "Anything less?" "Can't be less than 10. Everyone chuckled.
Can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I had to show Eddie some of the account. Eddie.
Mayweather revealed he even showed Hearn some of his bank accounts. "I had to show Eddie," he laughed. Hearn responded, "Imagine how much money Floyd would have made if I had promoted him." Mayweather recently made big moves, like buying a $42 million apartment complex. The man is still stacking wealth.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
They say jokes carry truth, but Mayweather's lifestyle suggests he's far from broke. Though no new exhibitions have been announced, he's constantly linked to big money matchups. Hearn never got to promote Mayweather, but likely wishes he had, especially considering Floyd's fights with Pacquiao and McGregor are still boxing's top two earners.
Hold me back.
Mayweather summed it up, "When I do exhibitions, it's for fun, not because I need to." Though he made insane money over his career, there've long been whispers about his finances. Even McGregor hinted at tax problems leading up to their 2017 bout. Mayweather's still the richest boxer ever, but Eddie Hearn has openly questioned how much of that wealth remains.
When I come and do an exhibition or come out and box and have some fun, I do it because I want to do it, not because I...
In an interview with GRM, Hearn doubled down. "I don't think Floyd's got the money," he says. "When you spend like he does, it adds up."
Yeah, I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know.
In the clip, Mayweather held up the check and said, "You know what we do, Floyd Money Mayweather, CEO of Zeus. Appreciate y'all. That's 6 Zoes, not bad. It's a deal I appreciate."
I'd say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set, you know. He was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing.
He followed that with an interview jab at Hearn, "When I do exhibitions, it's because I love boxing, not because I need to." Mayweather remains the biggest financial force in boxing history. With an unblemished 50-0 record, he generated billions and cemented his legacy.
Good to see you again, man.
Come on, man. What's going on?
The money man is back, you know?
You know what we do. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather, CEO of Zeus. Let me. I want to say I appreciate you. You guys always do great business.
Thank you.
And of course,
you know, we
if I'm the money man, they gotta have some fun.
I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes their legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Hearn's skepticism has weight. Mayweather often flaunts his money, but also faces criticism about how he manages it. Despite earning hundreds of millions, he still fights exhibitions. And that wraps things up for now. For the latest news, highlights, and updates in boxing, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, peace out.